Afternoon, YouTube. I know it's been a while since I've shown up. I have been extremely busy here in the shop and working full-time. Long story short, I quit my full-time job last week to be a full-time woodworker. I got a couple months worth of work to keep me busy, and after that we just got to count on business coming in. But what I wanted to talk to you about today is the Grizzly T10010 ANV. It's their 35th anniversary wet grinder. The company I was working full-time had purchased a Tormek slow speed grinder, sharpener just like this. Tormek's version of it, I guess you would say. After having this for about a month, I have to be honest, I don't see why you would put the extra money into a Tormek versus the Grizzly. There's a few things that, yes, the Tormek is nicer about. One of them is the blade holder. The Tormek seems to be a little more robust, a little more substantial, but in the end it does the same thing. I don't have any complaints with the Grizzly. It just seems like the Tormek's has a little better positive stops to make sure your irons are staying square and that kind of stuff. I have my Lee Nielsen rabbiting block plane iron in it. I've got some water in the reservoir, so we'll turn that on. I've learned that it only takes a few swipes to get things where they need to be. As long as you keep your plane irons in good shape. As you can tell, I have a pretty good edge there. Everything's pretty square. These are the positive stops I'm talking about on the Tormek. On the Tormek, they're square, a little taller. The only time I've ran into any issues with that is with a thicker chisel, like my 1.5 inch Narex chisel. It kind of wants to start sliding up on the beveled edge on the stop, but really it's not that big of a deal. It's just not a deal killer for me. This machine, I think I got this for $119 on sale. Like I said, I bought it a couple months ago, maybe 2.5, 3 months ago, mostly because I wanted to compare it to the Tormek we had at work, and I really don't see that there's that big of a difference. You get a nice good edge with it, and then after that I start going to my water stones. I go to my 1,000 grit Norton, and then I have a 4,000 grit Japanese stone, and then I have an 8,000 grit Norton that I run through. After I'm done with that, I'll hit it on the leather stropping wheel real quickly. Not too much, just a little bit. But overall, I've been pretty impressed with this machine for the money. So if you're in the market for a slow speed grinder, which it truly is slow. I mean, if you're trying to reshape an iron, it's going to take a while and it gets annoying. But if you just need to touch up an iron before you go, but if you get a nick and you just need to touch it up before you go back to your stones, it's a pretty good option. In my mind, it just kind of filled the void between a bench grinder and the stones. So I think it's $119, and I'd buy another one if this one bit the dust, but so far it's been a great machine, and I just wanted to give you guys my honest input on it. You know, I think the Tormek's somewhere around $400 with a plain iron attachment, or the attachments you need for plain irons. I'm not exactly sure, so don't quote me on that. However, for a third of the money, it seems like this gets the nod. Anyways, that's it. Hopefully I'll be putting more YouTube videos out now that I'm spending a lot more time in the shop. I got some really cool projects coming up, and we'll see you soon. Take care.